Indian economic updates. The Ministry of Railways has unveiled an ambitious roadmap positioning India as not only a rapidly growing domestic rail market but also a future global manufacturing and export hub for railway equipment. Union Railways Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, speaking at the 16th International Railway Equipment Exhibition in New Delhi, outlined plans to construct approximately 7,000 kilometers of dedicated high-speed passenger corridors by 2047, engineered for operational speeds of 320 kilometers per hour and design speeds up to 350 kilometers per hour. Vaishnav highlighted the strong momentum under the Make in India initiative, noting record domestic production in FY 2024-25, around 7,000 coaches, 42,000 wagons, and 1,681 locomotives. He urged Indian manufacturers to prepare for global competition and increase export orientation, while warning against the supply of substandard components. Only products meeting global benchmarks will thrive, underscoring the government's emphasis on quality and international compliance. Global firms have responded enthusiastically, increasingly viewing India as a strategic manufacturing base for India and for the world. Siemens Limited noted that its Indian operations are designed for high localization while meeting stringent global quality standards. Its Aurangabad facility already exports bogies to Europe. Similarly, ZF Group unveiled a new single-stage spur-gear drive, engineered for Indian high-speed trains and assembled at its Coimbatore plant under a local-for-local model. Other multinational players are deepening their India commitments. Skoda Group and Hitachi Rail have announced plans to form joint ventures with Indian partners to manufacture propulsion systems, rolling stock, and key components, targeting not just India but also export markets across Africa, Southeast Asia, and the Middle East. Industry executives stressed that sustained domestic demand, driven by record capital expenditure in safety, electrification, and passenger comfort initiatives, provides a strong base for India's export ambitions. The Ministry of Railways has already reported exports to over 16 countries, including supplies of bogies, coaches, propulsion systems, and locomotives. Industry analysts estimate that by FY 2025-26, India could command 7-8% of the global rail equipment market, currently valued at nearly $360 billion. However, officials and industry leaders agree that scaling up alone is not enough. Manufacturers must invest in digitalization, precision inspection systems, quality control instrumentation, and condition monitoring technologies to ensure products meet international standards. In essence, India's rail equipment ecosystem is entering a decisive growth phase, powered by major domestic infrastructure investments, expanding global partnerships, and a clear export focus. With policy consistency, localization, and technological sophistication, India is poised to transform from a major rail market into a trusted global manufacturing and export hub for next-generation railway systems. To enhance the Indian Army's missile and mobility capabilities, the Defence Acquisition Council has accorded acceptance of necessity for the procurement of the NAG missile system Mk2, ground-based mobile electronic intelligence systems, and high-mobility vehicles. The upgraded NAG Mk2 system will significantly strengthen the Army's capacity to neutralize enemy armor, bunkers, and fortified positions, while the ground-based mobile electronic intelligence systems will boost battlefield awareness by providing real-time electronic intelligence and surveillance data essential for network-centric warfare. Additionally, the induction of high-mobility vehicles will improve logistical mobility and ensure faster deployment of troops and equipment across varied terrains, collectively enhancing the Army's combat effectiveness and operational flexibility. To advance its next-generation drone warfare capabilities, the Indian Air Force will induct the Collaborative Long-Range Target Saturation Destruction System, a highly sophisticated unmanned aerial platform designed for autonomous takeoff, navigation, target acquisition, and payload delivery. Developed to operate seamlessly alongside manned fighter aircraft, this system marks a significant leap toward manned-unmanned teaming operations. By integrating AI-driven autonomy and precision targeting, the Collaborative Long-Range Target Saturation Destruction System will greatly enhance the Indian Air Force long-range strike, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities, allowing for deeper penetration in contested environments while minimizing pilot risk and maximizing mission effectiveness. As part of broader defense reforms to empower private participation, the Ministry of Defense has rolled out a revamped defense procurement manual to streamline acquisitions and modernize procurement. The revised framework simplifies procedures, reduces penalties for delays, and promotes transparency while creating a level playing field for public and private players. These reforms aim to accelerate project execution, attract investment, and strengthen India's defense industrial base, reinforcing the nation's goal of self-reliance and global competitiveness in defense manufacturing. Furthering strategic capability and technological independence, the new procurements will bolster India's readiness for amphibious, electronic, and long-range operations through a strong focus on indigenous production and industry collaboration. By integrating domestic expertise across shipyards, defense firms, and research institutions, the initiative is set to drive innovation, create jobs, and expand export potential. Representing a major leap toward a future-ready military, the 79,000 rupees crore program marks India's rise as a defense manufacturing hub, with key investments in warships, missiles, drones, torpedoes, and electronic warfare systems, affirming the government's commitment to modernization, national security, and self-reliant defense innovation. Mumbai, a city where millions of people travel every day from one end to another to reach their destinations, is now set to experience a new direction and speed in its daily commute with Mumbai's first fully underground project, Mumbai Metro Line 3. This project, now nearing completion, stretches from Cuff Parade to Aare, covering a total distance of 33.5 kilometers, making it the largest underground metro project in India. In the third and final phase, opening today from Acharya Chowk to Cuff Parade, the metro will connect Mumbai's key commercial, residential, and historical centers. The project also provides direct connectivity to major railway stations and the airport. With trains available every 5 minutes and 30 seconds, this journey becomes fast, simple, and efficient. For the differently abled, safety and accessibility are ensured through full-height platform screen doors and fully air-conditioned coaches, making every ride safe and comfortable. With fares ranging from 10 rupee to 70 rupees, this metro is affordable and accessible to all sections of society. Passing through narrow and busy roads as well as old buildings, the route stands as a remarkable example of modern engineering. The project is expected to reduce traffic congestion, fuel consumption, and air pollution significantly across the city. India's commitment to a sustainable future aims for net zero emissions by 2070. At the forefront of this endeavor is the adoption of green hydrogen as a maritime fuel. Our mission of taking India towards a hydrogen fuel-based transport is further strengthened by Cochin Shipyard. Crafted at Cochin Shipyard stands India's pioneering creation, the first indigenous green hydrogen catamaran vessel. Developed in collaboration with Indian Register of Shipping and KPIT Technologies, this vessel champions urban mobility, setting a remarkable standard for sustainable waterway travel. following rigorous tests and trials in the Kochi waters to guarantee its efficiency and safety. This vessel is launched today and is set to be deployed in the historic city of Varanasi shortly. The ferry promises to support clean transportation through zero greenhouse gas emissions, quieter movements, and lower lifetime operating costs. Designed with urban mobility in mind, similar vessels will soon graze the waterways of other regions. Further, with all the projects unveiled today, Vioshi Port is all set to become India's first hydrogen hub port, catalyzing growth in the country's green hydrogen ecosystem and advancing India's position as a hub for its production and export. Let's unite our efforts and set sail towards a greener future.